Hi guys, it's Pete from eboost here. This is one of my real passions in life. I love to get out on my bike, especially in nice weather like this. I like things that go quick. I like it when they're well built and they're reliable and they look good, so obviously this fits all the bills. What brings me up to the bush on my bike? Well, I'm not riding it around up here, but another passion of mine is mountain bike riding. So I've been a keen push bike rider all my life, but I found as I got older, the aches and pains makes it just that little bit more difficult. So I started looking into the world of e-bikes. So the main problem I found with e-bikes is you can spend up to $17,000, $18,000, $20,000 on some of these fancier bikes, and quite often you're just paying for a brand name and you're not getting real value for what you want. And the other end of the spectrum is some of these cheaper bikes that you see around. For example, I pulled up a guy the other day I was talking to, and he showed me his bike, and he grabbed the frame and twisted it, and he just showed me how bad the flex was in the frame. It was really poorly built. So we decided we got three options. One, we could pay a ridiculous amount and mainly paying for a brand name, which we didn't want to do. Another option is we could buy some of this cheaper stuff around, which is unreliable, it's poorly built, and it just hasn't got the specs that we wanted. Or we could find someone to help us put together a bike with the specs that we want, with the good gear like the Shimano gears. We want good Samsung battery, we want good mid-drive motors in the bigger bikes, we want something that's powerful, we want something that's built solid, something that we can offer a good warranty on, and something that looks good. Now we work really closely with our factory. I always visit the factory. We don't just sell the bike, I make sure that the factory's putting it together how we want it. There's extensive testing that goes into every component on the bike. They're built really, really well. Just have a look at our frames, especially on our Titan. You have a look at our Hornet. The Hornet's got a patent on the frame. You won't buy a frame like that anywhere else. They're really built to high spec, and they're very solid, really well built, but not only well built, but they look the part too. They look terrific. So why do we come to the factory? We don't come just for a visit, but this is all about quality control. So over here you can see them testing the lifespan of the forks and how good they are. So it's not all about just selling the bikes, it's about coming here to make sure that the factory's doing the right thing and making sure that we get a quality product. So we're just testing more components here to make sure, again, I keep talking quality, but we're testing these components that they don't fail and they're going to go the distance. So it's all about quality control and making sure that we keep an eye on the manufacturing process. So we didn't just go to the first factory we find and say, hey guys, build us a bike. We wanted to find a manufacturer that could work with us, put together a bike with our specifications of what we wanted, so we can offer a quality product, so we can in turn offer a quality warranty. But we wanted something that was really well built and it had to look good. So if you take our flagship models, you've got our Titan and you've got our Hornet. They're both mid motors. They're 1,000 watts, 48 volt Samsung batteries. These things are 160 Newton meters of torque. Now after riding this girl, I don't have to worry about getting on an e-bike that I'm not going to have fun on, because with 160 Newton meters of torque, I'm telling you, they're a real blast. Then you've got on the other end of the spectrum, you've got our city bikes. So you've got our unisex Odessa, which is a 250 watt bike, so it's street legal. And then you've got our Phantom, and mid-range bike, we've got our Raptor, which is a 500 watt bike and a lot of fun to ride as well. So all these bikes, they're either got Mozo air suspension or GTMRK suspension. So we've got all the good bits on it. And like I said, these bikes, I can jump off this girl and know that I can jump on an e-bike and have just as much, if not more fun, because they got the power, they got the reliability, and they're just so much fun to ride. So if you are thinking about an electric bike, but you want something that's a little bit different, something that turns heads and something that's going to get a lot of comments, and these certainly do, we've got our 250 watt street legal commuting range. They're ideal for going to the office, they're ideal for picking up something from the shop or upping your fitness levels or visiting the kids, right up to our flagship range, which is our Titan and our Hornet. Now these guys are 1,000 watt mid-drive units with a 48 volt Samsung battery, 160 Newton meters of torque. We don't call ourselves eboost for nothing. These guys definitely give you a boost, that's for sure. right through to our mid-range Raptor, which is the 500 watt fat bike. Now these guys also come in, the Raptors, the Titan and the Hornet come in our camo colours, which are really popular with the fishermen and the hunters, because they know they can toddle off to their little secret spots, and they've got the reliability and the power to get them there nice and quiet, comfortably, and they've got the reliability and the power to get them back. So they're really popular. If you want any more information, give me, Peter, a phone call or send me an email and I'll get back to you real quick. In the meantime, I'm going to jump back on my gear and have a bit more fun, but then I'm going to jump on one of the e-bikes, and I know if I jump on my Titan, I know I'm not going to go from something powerful like this to something that's going to disappoint, because the Titan, again at 160 Newton meters, is just as much, if not more fun to ride than this girl.